Let's discuss the 10th question. In this question, this is the chemical symbol for an atom of an element called chromium. Complete these sentences. The mass number of this atom is, we know the mass number is right up here, which is the addition of number of protons and number of neutrons. So mass number of this atom is 52. Then there's atomic number. Atomic number is this, that is the number of protons. That is 24. Number of neutrons in the atomic atom of chromium is, now we know that number of protons is right inside this. We can subtract the atomic number from the mass number, which is 52 minus 24. You'll get the answer as 28. So the answer is 28 here. 11th question. The bulb in the circuit has a resistance of 30 ohms. Each cell has a voltage of 1.5 volts. So you can see here in this question they have given 3 volts, which means each one is having 1.5, so that the total voltage is equals to 4.5 volts. And they have given the equation voltage equals current into resistance. They are asking calculate the size of the current that flows through, which means we need to rearrange this equation. So that I will show you how to find out. Now here this I is multiplied with R, so we need to get rid of this R so that you can divide both sides by R. If you divide both sides by R, what you are getting is I equals V over R. I'm going to substitute. I equals total voltage is 4.5 divided by 30 ohms. Answer is I equals 0.15 amperes. Moving to next, 12th question. The diagram shows 2 sound waves. The scales on each diagram are the same. If you compare each of these, both of these, wave A and B, you can see that the amplitude is less in wave B, and also you can see that the frequency of A is higher than B. State 2 ways in which wave A would sound different to wave B. So we can give those 2 points. Wave A has more amplitude. Amplitude is the height from the undisturbed point to the crest. So that amplitude is higher in wave A. That means it's louder. Amplitude higher means louder. And also in wave A, the frequency, so the number of cycle is more than wave B, so that we can say wave A is higher pitched. We'll note down. And wave A would be louder. Next question. What are the units for work done? If I devise you about work done equals force into distance moved. In this one, the distance is towards a force applied. So I will just simply say force into distance, and which means force is measured in newtons and distance is measured in meters. So it has to be Newton meter. But we don't have Newton meters. The reason is work done is also equals to energy transferred. So answer is joules, which is used for energy. 14th one. Which of these explains why the weight of an astronaut is less on the moon than the earth? The first point, they say there is no atmosphere on moon. Second one, the moon's gravitational field strength is smaller than the earth. See, the astronaut has more mass on earth than mass cannot change depending on the surface. It just depends on the object itself. There's no gravity on moon. No, that is wrong. There's a gravity on moon. The problem is that moon has a less mass on it, so that it can create a less amount of gravitational field strength. So that the answer is B. Moon has a less gravitational field. The reason is moon is smaller. Moon has less mass than the earth. 15th question. If an object falls out of an aeroplane without a parachute, it will reach terminal velocity and will hit the ground with a vertical speed of about 53 meters per second. Which of the following speed time graph shows how the vertical speed of the object will change from leaving the plane until just before it hits the ground. So that here what they say is the speed increases. You know, if something drops from stationary, it keeps on increasing. So it can't be A, because A is showing some kind of a value of speed and it's constant. So this is constant speed. We can't have this. So let's look at others. Okay, here you can see the vertical speed increases until 53. But we have learned that it turns into a terminal velocity. So in order to turn into a terminal velocity, or in order to reach a terminal velocity, it has to decrease velocity and it has to reach a constant velocity. So here the velocity increases, which is kind of acceleration, and this reaches the constant velocity. This is the part we are calling terminal velocity. So the answer is D. Next question. When a small piece of sodium is dropped into water, there is a fast reaction. The products of the reaction are sodium hydroxide solution and a colorless gas. This is an important incomplete equation for the reaction. You can see two water molecules react with two sodium atoms and it creates two sodium hydroxide plus. We need to write down the missing answer. If you can remember, it's hydrogen, and also it has to be balanced, and also it comes in hydrogen gas is a diatomic molecule, so it will be staying as H2. So the answer is C. Write it over here. So when metal reacts with water, it creates its hydroxide and it emits hydrogen gas as well. It is already balanced in this way. Which of these is the correct equation for photosynthesis? This is the equation. It's better if you can remember the whole equation as it is. So 6 carbon dioxide plus 6 H2O will give a glucose molecule, which is C6H12O6 plus 6O2. The answer is B. Eighteenth question. Name two parts of the cell that are found in plant cell but not in animal cells. There are three parts, but we'll write three of them. Cell wall. If you have written two, you are getting the marks. Second one, chloroplast. Third one, permanent vacuole. Next question. The symbol on a material means that it is biodegradable. State what is meant by biodegradable. So biodegradable means it's like degradable part means it can be broken. Bio means it can be broken in a natural process. So usually with these microorganisms and those decomposers, we can say. Okay, I will give the sentence this way. Something that can decay in a natural process by bacteria, or you can say microorganisms. Next part, give one example of a problem caused by the use of non-biodegradable plastics. We know the pollution is happening because of this reason, because those things are not degraded, or like it's not decomposed properly, so that it will get piled up. So landfills, and also like pollution, land pollution, water pollution, for most of the pollution this is the reason. So we will say fills up land, water pollution. Moving to next, state one way of reducing the problems caused by the use of non-biodegradable plastic. This one, we can use natural materials. And you can say we can dispose plastics carefully. And we can say recycle or reuse them.